Okay, so WordPress, it powers, what is it, over 43% of the entire web? That's just huge.
It really is an incredible footprint.
And when you think about redesigning a site on that platform, uh, most people probably just picture a fresh coat of paint.
Right.
Something purely aesthetic.
That's a common view, yeah. But it's a bit of a dangerous oversimplification.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because we're not just talking looks here. This is actually a critical business strategy. The stakes are really high.
Absolutely. You're dealing with user experience, your brand identity, making sure it all lines up with where the business is heading.
So today our mission is to, go way beyond just swapping themes. We want to do a deep dive into the structured planning, the careful execution, and that ongoing optimization you need for a WordPress redesign that actually works.
The whole life cycle.
Okay, let's unpack this. So first off, why is this so crucial right now? I mean, beyond just wanting things to look newer or prettier.
Well, what's fascinating here is where the real value comes in. It's about protecting what you've already built, your SEO rankings, the integrity of your content, keeping the business running smoothly.
Protecting assets.
Precisely. We've seen projects, honestly, where one slip up during migration, bam, a 70% drop in organic traffic overnight.
Wow, okay, that's serious.
It is. So success demands this delicate balance, visual upgrades, sure, but also real performance gains and a better user experience without breaking anything important.
Okay, I get the gravity now.
Yeah.
Protecting those core elements is key. So thinking about that, before we even touch a design file, what's the absolute first step? Where do we begin?
It always starts with a thorough pre-redesign audit. You have to know your starting point.
An audit, what does that involve?
You need baseline data in 3 key areas. First, performance. Get tools like PageSpeed Insights, GT metrics, check your core web vitals, know how fast or slow things are now.
Okay, performance baseline. Got it.
Second, your content inventory. You need to catalog everything, pages, posts, find your winners, your high exit pages, identify content gaps. This helps you decide what stays, what needs a rewrite, what gets cut.
Right. Trim the fat, keep the good stuff.
Exactly. And third, your technical stack. Document everything, WordPress version, PHP version, your hosting setup, the current theme, all the plugins. Especially note any custom code. No guesswork allowed.
That makes sense. Get a full picture. So the audit gives us the what, but how do we turn that into strategy? How do we set goals that are actually measurable, not just vague ideas like make it better?
That's the key transition, isn't it? And this raises an important question. How do we do all this safely? We'll get to that. But first, goals. They have to be specific.
Like what? Give me an example.
Okay, so instead of improve mobile experience, aim for something like increase mobile conversion rate by 25%. Or instead of make it faster, target reduce the homepage largest contentful paint the LCP to under 2.5 seconds.
Okay. Specific, measurable targets that really define success.
Exactly. They guide the whole project.
Now, setting goals is one thing, but you touched on safety. Making sure the live site doesn't, explode during this whole process seems pretty crucial. What are the non-negotiables there?
Here's where it gets really interesting and critical. The absolute golden rule, non-negotiable. You never, ever redesign on your live production site, period.
Okay, so where do you do it?
You use a staging environment. Most good managed hosts, think WP Engine, can still offer this, often with just one click. You clone your entire live site database, media, themes, plugins to this safe sandbox.
A complete copy.
A complete isolated copy. And add another layer of safety. Use version control. Git is the standard. It tracks every single change, so if something goes wrong, you can easily roll back. It saved countless projects.
Right, staging and version control. Safety net in place. Now, speaking of things going wrong, SEO. That's a huge fear, isn't it? Losing rankings you've worked hard for, especially if URLs change. How do we prevent that disaster?
It's a valid fear. For SEO, first, ensure your new permalinks are clean and descriptive. But if URLs do change, and sometimes they must, you need meticulous 1.1301 redirects.
1-to-1, meaning every old URL maps directly to its new equivalent.
Precisely. Map them out carefully, use a spreadsheet, whatever works, just be thorough. Then implement them using something like the redirection plugin or configure them directly on your server. Trust me, missing redirects is a nightmare post-launch.
Avoid the 404 avalanche.
You really want to avoid that. And also, pay attention to schema markup. That structured data helps Google understand your content better. And after launch, monitor those 404 errors like a hawk. Catch any stragglers immediately.
Okay, redirects, schema, monitoring, makes sense. Now, what about something else that often gets overlooked? Content migration.
Ah, yes, content migration. It's frequently the biggest hidden task in a redesign. People underestimate the time needed, sometimes by a factor of 2 or even 3.
Really, why is it so complex? It sounds like copy-paste.
If only. It involves reformatting all your existing content to fit the new design, optimizing images sizes, ratios for the new theme, hunting down and replacing old, deprecated shortcodes that might break layouts. And critically,
Yes.
budgeting significant time for actually rewriting and trimming content. This isn't just moving stuff, it's refining it to match the new goals and design. It's your chance to ensure every single piece earns its place.
That sounds like a project in itself.
It often is. Don't underestimate it.
So fast forward, we've done the audit, set goals, worked safely on staging, nailed the SEO, wrestled the content, and we launch. Phew. Job done right. Finish line.
Not quite. Launch day feels like the end, but it's actually just the start of a new learning cycle.
Oh, okay. What happens next?
Well, those first 48 hours are pretty critical. You're monitoring everything: traffic, server errors, Google Search Console crawl stats, ready to pounce on any immediate issues.
Firefighting mode, just in case.
A little bit, yes. But then it shifts to ongoing post-redesign optimization. You need to measure performance against those initial goals you set way back at the start.
Checking if you actually hit those targets, like the LCP goal or conversion lift.
Exactly. And then you start iterating. A/B testing headlines, calls to action, layouts. Plus, you need solid content governance, regular updates, training for editors, keeping things fresh. If we connect this to the bigger picture, you're building an evolving platform, not a static brochure.
A living site. Not just launch and forget.
Precisely. It ensures the redesign delivers value long term.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener, thinking about your own site?
I think what this deep dive really shows is that a proper WordPress redesign isn't a quick fix. It's a disciplined process. It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint. It requires real foresight and continuous effort. Couldn't agree more. A successful redesign, done right, it safeguards all the equity you've built up while unlocking those benefits we talked about. Faster pages, clearer user journeys, hopefully higher conversions, and ultimately a platform that's easier to maintain and grow with.
It's a strategic investment then, not just an expense.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here's a final thought to leave you with.
Yeah.
How much hidden potential is currently untapped in your existing WordPress site, just sitting there, waiting for a disciplined, strategic deep dive like this to unlock it?